Seathwaite. I've been recording my camps on YouTube for a year now, and I'm really quite surprised that I've not started any of my videos from Seathwaite, because of all the places where I go wild camping. Seathwaite, I'd say, is the one where I start from the most. So, where I park the car. So, no plan set in stone. I think it's a midweek camp, and we're chasing snow. I think we might get a little, certainly a dusting tonight. I'm hoping a bit more. Hopefully not too strong winds. So I'm probably going to end up on Great End. I hope, providing it's not too wild. Got the Jannu. May well be the last time I use the Jannu this year, or this winter, before using the Acto all of the fairer months. So yeah, Rose is with me, of course. Yeah, looking forward to this. Yeah, so plan A today is to head on to Great End and camp on Great End. I'd like. If the winds are too strong, the good thing about this area is there's so many options. So yeah, plan A, up to Great End, and the route, I'm hoping to go straight up the band, sort of the northern side, which is not a well walked route. I've seen a few people do it on YouTube. It looks okay. I've never done it before, so if the visibility is going to make it sketchy, then I might give it a pass. But yeah, I should get a look at it just around this bend. I think it's Styhead Tarn at the top of here. Well, Ling Mel is out of the clouds, as is Scarfell Pike, would you believe? 10% chance of cloud-free summits, possibly 20% chance of cloud-free summits, and Scarfell's not in the cloud, or Scarfell Pike should I say. So getting our first proper look at Great End, and right now the summit is cloud free, and if it holds up like that for us, we're going to be taking a route right up the front there. Fingers crossed. It's Styhead Tarn. I've done this route up from Seathwaite Farm to Styhead Tarn, past Styhead Tarn, 20 times. This is the first time ever I've not seen a single person, not seen anyone. That's crazy. It's, you know, we've camped on Seathwaite Farm, like, with my family. I've wild camped up here numerous times, and it could be bumper to bumper traffic on a Saturday, this place, but yeah, incredible. Yeah, midweek camping for you. just got some water from the water sources by the tarn. I'm gambling a little bit. I'm only taking 1.5 litre up. I'm hoping I can melt some snow, save some weight, because that's pretty steep going up there. So yeah, it'd be nice if we can avoid an extra 1.2 kilograms in water. Yeah, it's starting to snow. It's very fine. It's a bit sleety, so hopefully this will properly turn to snow soon. So I've put the tracking poles away for this, in case I need Rose on the lead, in case I need to get hold. I don't think it's bad, I don't think it's much of a scramble really, but better to have them already stored away. Also just see beautiful little potential spot there. So if it does seem a bit wild on top and I don't fancy it, I can pop back down here. It's not as it's relatively sheltered, so yeah, keep going. Good job we've got your towel robe. Well, she's happy to find snow. Getting tricky now. I think our route is up through that little mini gully, so I can't film this. I'm gonna have to be really careful. Be really careful with Rose as well. Yeah. Hey, exciting stuff. Bit sketchy there in places. My ice axe is in the car. A route like this though makes up for not having views. If I don't have views when I've pitched my tent, it's fine. It's a 0.3 of a mile to the summit, and when it feels like you're going straight up, 0.3 of a mile is a long way. Because it's not 0.3 in a mile in that direction, it's 0.3 in a mile as the crow flies. Great End Summit, and one of them. There's another one over there, I'm not sure which is the main summit. So, right, I'm going to find somewhere to pitch this tent. She's just done bloody brilliant on that. Really good. Good girl, lie down. Good girl. Warm in there, aren't you? Good girl, stay there. We are properly using the German dog bagging hanger. She got straight in it. She was happy enough. I tried to film it, but I had my camera facing the wrong way. Right, tent's going here. Great Tent Summit's just up there. We're on the southwest side, so out of most of the wind. There we go, pitch. Let's get rolls out of there and in. She's not heard a peep out of her, so I'm guessing she's okay. Right, let's get in. She was fast asleep. Must have kept her warm. Right, it's snowy camps. Getting everything where you want it, everything nice and sort of organised, just feels like a nightmare. Snow ends up everywhere, you forget, but snow ends up everywhere. You try your best to keep it contained, but it goes everywhere. Need a brush. Okay. Right, that's us in. Everything feels tighter than normal, but to stop condensation on my Actor, I keep my bag without anything in it against the foot end of my sleeping bag, and it stops the inner tent from pressing against the foot end of the sleeping bag. So it stops getting frost on my sleeping bag. It's good because it doesn't press enough to the bag doesn't push the inner against the outer. But when I was in the Actor, my last camp, my vestibule was really tidy, and I thought, I like this, like, because I sit with my feet in the vestibule on both my tents. So I've done it with this. I've put my sleeping bag empty, my bag empty down there with nothing in it, but everything's got its place. So yeah, it's good. The route up was fun. I don't know if I've gone just slightly wrong somewhere on the way up. Or that I didn't realise that the scrambly parts that there were. Not scrambly, they weren't scrambly, but there was a little bit of exposure, which was fine. It was easy enough to do. It wasn't like super technical or anything, but you just had to be careful. You know, I had to be careful with her. So, but she absolutely bossed it. She was brilliant. Yeah, it was a really enjoyable route. I thought I'd pitched up early, but when I looked at my watch when I got in, it was 4 o'clock. So spot on. It's good. It's just lightly snowing. It's been lightly snowing for the last 2 or 3 hours now. I'm just down from the summit, just on the southwest side of Great End, because the winds are coming from the northeast, and the forecast to be pretty strong. And yeah, camps are just more fun when you can just relax, have a couple of beers, and not worry too much about anything like that. So yeah, I think I'm going to have one of them beers fairly soon and put the radio on and chill. Well, with no views. The routes made this camp. It was good. It was good coming up there. I needed to get out, man. It's been a while since I've camped out. Not for the lack of trying. Towards the end, January's tough because of work. Like, I have to work quite a bit at weekends in January, and it restricts my time. There's no chance of a midweek camp in January, and I actually did get a Saturday where I went out and I ended up coming home. I never even got the tent fully pitched. So I filmed as though I was going to do a video, but I did. Like, I make the videos for myself, as I say. I wouldn't have enjoyed making the video. I would have never watched it back. So I thought, well, it goes against the reason I'm actually doing these videos. So, but I will put some of the footage on. So basically, the weather was dictating. The weather dictated where I went. And to be fair, it was a really good hike that I did. I was in the northwest lakes, so I can't remember the village that I parked in, but I headed up Whiteside, and along that ridge from Whiteside, and I walked around and up onto Grassmoor. So the reason I was in the North Lakes was because the cloud base was forecast to be low pretty much everywhere in the Lake District, bar in the northwest. The further north and west you went, the better chance of cloud-free summits, Emwis was saying. And that's like as far in the lakes as you can get from where I live. So it was a long drive to get there. I don't think I ever got my head completely in it, but I made multiple mistakes. The Met Office had just updated their app, and it wasn't showing proper wind speeds, and the Met Office are usually one of the better ones for getting summit wind speeds right, and I'm pretty sure it was showing, in hindsight, valley level wind forecasts. MWIS said potentially gusts of 60 and above. Mountain forecast, which is of the weather forecasting websites I look at, it's the one I trust the least. That was saying really high winds. Still, let's go on grass mower. And I might have been fine, but I also forgot my trekking poles. And I like to pitch with the rear of the tent into the wind. Hilleberg designed this tent so it goes porch into the wind, but it's also really strong rear into the wind. I also brace it with extra guy lines and trekking poles, so I forgot my trekking poles. So I get up there, I'm searching around, and it's wild, absolutely wild, and I feel like I found a spot that's out of the worst of the wind. It's a little bit of a depression, and it's not quite at the lee side, because I know it can, the winds, I don't know, I'm not a meteorologist, I don't know the science behind the winds over the fells fully, but I do know they can sometimes, logic says go to the lee side of a mountain, but sometimes it can be speeding up even more down there. So I wasn't quite at the lee side, I was still on the plateau but in a depression. I started pitching the tent. I almost got to where I was putting the top clips on. I was doing everything Hilleberg say, guying out at the first possible points. You know, I've got the wraps available to go around the poles and guide out. I've got the 10mm poles, and yeah, I'm almost fully pitched, and an absolutely horrendous gust comes through, absolutely terrible, and the back of the tent just bowed, and I've got it on the video, and you don't see it. You see me pause and look at the tent and think, oh, don't like this, and I've seen videos of Hilleberg's failing when the poles are doing what this pole was doing. It was the backside away from where the camera was, so you couldn't see it. And my instinct just said, nope, call this off, get home. I looked at me watch, and it was like, yeah, I can be home in three and a half hours, so I can still get home, see my little lad, and yeah, so I ended up, but it was the right decision. I don't regret, because part of me was thinking maybe I should have turned the tent around, put the porch into the wind, but I'd have been tent bound. I couldn't look out. I like to have, like you've seen, I like to have my door cracked open at the top so I can look out. So I couldn't do that. You know, if I'm pitching to the wind, I've got to be fully zipped up at the front and be prepared. Like, one thing I live by when it comes to wild camping is you have to be prepared to self-rescue. I wouldn't come up here if something went wrong and I felt like I couldn't get myself down the hill, even if it means, like, you know, best case scenario, I see the night, it's a good night, everything along those lines. Worst case scenario, I have to leave my tent and some gear, take essentials, things to keep warm, satellite communicator, come back from my tent and stuff in daylight, but I'm prepared to self-rescue. That's like rule number one for me while camping. I'm prepared to self-rescue, and I think anybody who does this should be. You know, we don't want to be putting mountain rescues lives at risk coming out in weather like this. So yeah, so I was up there and I was thinking, right, okay, it's fine, yeah, could pitch front into the wind, can't have my beers, I wouldn't have any, I'd have just, I don't know, and I wasn't in that mindset. I wasn't in like I'm going to test the tent kind of mindset. But not only that, if I was attempting to self-rescue, the winds were that fierce, especially I started heading, you know, I packed up and I started heading down, and I was almost blown off my feet several times. I was having to watch her really carefully because she was getting blown about. If that was in the dark, you know, like I say, you've got to be prepared to self-rescue, but you've also got to be smart. So Really disappointed at that. But I don't regret the decision. I made the right decision, but I'm annoyed at forgetting my gear. Like, I'd have probably fully pitched it. If I'd had my trekking poles, I'd have probably fully pitched the tent, braced them with the trekking poles, and watched it for a while. Probably watched it for half an hour, and if I didn't like it, go down. Or if I thought, yeah, these you know, they're strong at the back of the tent with, you know, guide out in 8 places with the guy lines. I thought, if that can't do it, then yeah, you know, you definitely need to be getting off the hill. So there was that, and then last weekend I was meant to be in Scotland. I'd got it all planned. I'd made sure that Kelly was happy with it, work and clients were happy with it, and the weather was just grey. Like, the snow was all melting away. The webcams were showing just fells with no snow on. The cloud base was low everywhere. So, and in my Land Rover it takes a long time to get up there. So yeah, it didn't happen. So it was in my head this week. I was feeling really wound up, and then I saw the weather window coming up, and I had stuff planned with my wife and my little lad on Saturday. So I thought, if I can get out on Thursday, this is good enough. This is good enough for me. Like, okay, I've no views, that would be nice, but I like snow. I like a snowy camp. You can hear the snow. And then I picked a fun route to come up. So yeah, it was good. But yeah, it's leads on to another topic. So I say you've got to be prepared to self-rescue, and another thing that sort of gets thrown about on social media, in particular by people who don't do this. So the topic is winter summit camping. I'm pretty much on the Great End Summit. Winter summit camping and mountain rescue. So you'll get your Karens on social media who don't understand this, who if I was to post something showing that I'm up here on a you know, a day when the weather's forecast like this, they'll have something to say about it. I've done it before I was making the videos. In fact, it was my first camp in this tent. I'd gone on to West Pike, and there was a severe weather warning for snow, and we never actually got that much snow, but pitched the tent on snow, put some decent photos up on the Facebook groups, and I had people commenting on saying it's no wonder mountain rescue are overstretched or something along those lines. Now, to be fair, I had people sort of fighting my corner saying mountain rescue are out rescuing people in shorts and flip-flops in bad weather, not people in HILLEBERG JANNU tents. So, which is true. Like I said, you've got to be prepared to self-rescue. I'm not bothered about carrying some weight to make sure that I'm safe. You know, my gear's, you know, my sleeping bag's rated down to -18 or something daft. It's water resistant. Rose has got her bivy bag now. Got extra layers to wear. So yeah, that's another topic on social media. Summit camping, winter summit camping, and mountain rescue. So I mean, mountain rescue literally say enjoy the fells. Like, if you've got the gear, go out and enjoy it. So I'm pretty sure people who are watching this will get it, and you'll 100% be with me in what I'm saying, that you get the right gear, you're prepared to self-rescue. I could slip and break my ankle in the middle of summer and require mountain rescue. Okay, their lives aren't in danger because they're going out in the middle of summer, but if something happened to me in these conditions, I slipped and broke my ankle and I needed mountain rescue to come, I'm pretty certain mountain rescue would see the gear I've got and pretty much say that's just one of those things, that's an unforeseen incident. Like, people can have accidents anywhere, anytime. So yeah, some more tent waffle. Yeah, what do you think? What do you think of the topic, mountain rescue and winter summit camping? strong winds and really fine snow. It's not like a blizzard, but I certainly wouldn't want to be out in it. It's whiteout conditions completely, and yeah, the snow's just really fine. So good. There's a lad, he does the YouTube videos. It's called Callum. You'll know him. I'll link his channel. He linked my channel after my video about the condensation. So I'm going to return the favour, because he put a story on Instagram. He'd gone camping with his dog, which he doesn't often do, and saying that his dog's hogging his bed, his sleeping bag and sleep mat. Rose does that all the time. It must be a wild camping dog thing. So, and I will say, check Callum's channel out. He's literally like the nicest man in wild camping. He's yeah, his videos are good. I need to shut up shop a little bit here. I'm getting spindrift coming in. Yeah, sorry, Callum's, yeah, proper sound lad. I really enjoy his videos.
Bypass southbound at Fulton roundabout by the McDonald's. That's still looking slow in that area. It'll take around 5 to 10 minutes.
This camp's very reminiscent of one of my first proper winter camps. I came up here onto Great End in similar conditions. It was snowing. Parked in Seathwaite. I headed up Grange Gill, and rather than straight up the band like I did today, I went onto Escores. But then I went from Escores. You can kind of go straight up the side of Great End. It's like it's a boulder field. It's pretty tough underfoot, but got some good footage. I'll put it on now of her. She's absolutely white from the snow. I was in the OEX Bobcat, and to be fair, that's a good budget tent. That, if anybody asks me for a budget tent, I say that, because it's so strong. Side onto the wind, that'll handle a lot. So yeah, got pitched up. I had a hot water bottle with me. The weight of what I carried that day was probably similar to what I carried today, as daft as that sounds. But yeah, I had a hot water bottle with me. I had my tablet. I watched Into the Wild. I had a frying pan. I made myself garlic bread for tea using oil, like I fried both sides of the garlic bread. Oh yeah, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it was snowing, like I say, snowing on the way up. I think it snowed a little bit overnight. In the morning, I found out that there'd been severe weather warnings. Snow was causing chaos throughout the Lake District. I think the A66 was fine through to Seathwaite. When I set off from Seathwaite on that day, it was just sleet. And when I got back to my car in the morning, there was nothing on the road in Seathwaite, and the A66 was fine, and the M6 they'd cleared at this point. I remember being on my way back down to Seathwaite and getting a phone call from my dad at the one point where you get signal. He was worried about me, saying, "Are you in the Lake District?" But yeah, he said that all the roads had been shut. But yeah, very reminiscent of this camp. Not much in views. Got to the top, pitched my tent, chilled. But then in the morning, the cloud just dropped. I'd looked around. I was hoping that I'd get some views, and there was none. So I thought, right, time to pack up. I'd literally got everything in my bag as the cloud just dropped, and I got some amazing photos. I'll put them on the screen now. A photo of her heading down onto Escours. It's pretty much my favourite photo. Yeah. Like I say, the pack probably weighed similar to what I'm carrying now, but I was using a 3-season sleeping bag, but I slept in all my layers. Rose came in the inner tent with me in the Bobcat, so it's a really small space. I took some fleece blankets that I put over her. Neither of us were cold once the entire night. But going back to self-rescuing, like, obviously I was younger then, and I say younger, 2 years ago, 2 years younger. This tent it's hardly moving. Like the winds are in the 30s, and this tent's hardly really moving. So I'm not really likely to have to self-rescue when I'm in a tent like this. But what I will say is, the OEX Bobcat, if somebody wants a recommendation for a beginner's wild camping tent, that tent will take a lot. It's a really good tent, and I wild camped on the summit of Great End in a severe weather warning. Yeah, we're good. Pretty much my favourite camp, that. I don't think I can top it. I've been putting off getting out and checking the guy lines, but the wind's forecast to get quite a bit higher in the next few hours, so I've no choice but to go out. My wife got me these for Christmas, and I've not used them yet, and the spin drifts everywhere, so I'm finally going to get the chance to use them. Right, let's go. Rose, shut away. Rose, gonna have a wee. Morning. No views. Very good night's sleep though. It's my snug pack sleeping bag. That's I call it my happy place. Honestly, it's so cosy. It's lovely. It's big and heavy, but I don't have to worry about condensation or my wet dog lying on it. Now I know it's potentially overkill. Maybe I could have managed with my rab bag, but it is cold. 0 in the tent, which is probably the coldest I've slept in. But I didn't feel it as such. Like I didn't feel cold, and Rose was warm. But like I said, it's that bag, so I'm hoping I get some views. I'll have a coffee, take my time, just chill out, have this have this coffee, see what the views do. If they don't look like they're doing anything, then I may as well start packing up, have some breakfast and pack up, but yeah, we'll see. Rose, yeah. Not blind. Stay. Look at these Lake District views. We don't care when we get snow. Absolute beast, the Jannu. What a tent. It's spot on for these conditions. It's what it's made for. Like, it takes a long time to pitch. It's made me realise that even more after getting the Acto. But there's a reason. Look at it. It's not going anywhere. I know it's not the most efficient doing it outside for that gas, but the wind gets up too much and spindrifts getting inside the vestibule when I put it in there. While I'm out here, if I was in there I could open the vestibule from the top, but I don't want to do it in there, especially Rose is in there on her own, so I'll just melt some snow in here and then I'll go up. Once it's fully melted, once I've got enough water, I'll go inside and properly make another brew and some porridge. Well, I've had some breakfast. Doesn't look like I'm getting any views, so tidying up, everything's, you know how I said last night, oh, everything's tidy and got its place. Not anymore. Everything's everywhere, so yeah, it's not going to be quick packing up, but I'll do my best. Rose, no, come on. Sit. No, Rose, come here. Come here. Sit. No, stay there. Leave no trace. A little bit of melted grass. Right, it's going to be a bit tricky now navigating, but yeah, we'll take our time and be careful. It's a bit white out. It's been pretty much a full-on whiteout all morning so far, and this hike back so far, I just got a brief glimpse of S Pike. I'm off Escores now. Great Ender camp's just up there, so I'll be not long off before I'm turning right down onto Graham's Gill. Feels so good to be out in conditions like this and know you're safe. Have the confidence to. Looks, you can just see the base of S Pike. Yeah, have the confidence to look after yourself. Have the right gear to look after yourself in these conditions. It's good fun, man. I love it. Yeah. I'm not sure at what altitude will actually drop out the cloud base. The goggles have been a godsend. It's the snow's blowing directly towards us. Rose is fine, she just ducks her head down and cracks on. She's right down there. Back at valley level now, probably about 25 minutes to my car. Yeah, we're good. Scratch the itch that after is it like 7 or 8 weeks since a wild camp, or a successful wild camp. So yeah, more snow than I expected. The route up was class. The gear kept us safe and warm. Love it, really enjoyable. Anyone that's watched, thank you, appreciate it. I'll see you again soon.